And I just feel like chilling, maybe jamming a little bit. Yep. Nothing special. Just feel like jamming. Feel like doing it live for some reason. I'm going to kill myself tomorrow. I'm done feeling this pain. I'm done living this way. Going to kill myself tomorrow. I'm done feeling this pain. I'm done playing this game. Nobody knows about the troubles in my soul, about the troubles I can't let go. Nobody sees the real me. I keep hidden oh so deep. When we fly above those glittering skies, I know I'll think of you into everlasting blue. The seasons claim all their secret names. We hear them call to us, and we are unafraid. I'm going to kill myself tomorrow. I'm done feeling this pain. I'm done living this way. I'm going to kill myself tomorrow. I'm done playing this game. I'm done feeling this pain. Nobody knows about the troubles in my heart, about the troubles I just can't solve. Nobody sees the real me. I keep hidden oh so deep. I'm going to kill myself tomorrow. Done feeling this pain. I'm done living this way. Little acoustic version of that. I'm very aware that there's no one watching the stream. I just think it's fun to get a piece of unedited stuff because I am planning on my future uploads to be pretty heavily edited. So I thought it would be fun to get into the habit of also doing live streams to add an era of authenticity. So serious uploads I'm going to do edited, and then kind of just chillin' stuff unedited. So, you know, no one's watching now, but later they can see this unedited part. And I don't know. I'm very aware that I do not have a lot of subscribers, so I am working on a book right now that is almost finished. I'm pretty much just formatting stuff, and what I say in the introduction of the book is that, there's a lot of quotes out there about what art is and what it's for, but pretty much I'm just doing this because I feel compelled to. And, I talk a lot about wanting to help people and stuff, and that's part of it, but ultimately, like, hypothetically, if I wanted to help people, I could be a politician or a doctor, but this is what I'm drawn to, and most, like 99% of the stuff I don't share with anyone, but a part of me does feel compelled to make some of what I do public, and that's what this is. So, subscribers and followers and stuff, I don't know. I guess I would care more about it if I was making money from it, but I've never really made money from any of this, so um, I'm not saying I don't care about it, because I'm still doing it. But, is it for attention? Is it for money? Is it to put influence out there? I don't know. I just feel like it's something that I want to do for one reason or another. Even now, it's like I am talking to myself, but I'm also making a video record of me talking to myself. I've been practicing a lot of guitar lately, trying to get better. Because to be honest, I didn't even know the notes for a long time. So I had to learn that because I just kind of went by finger placement. I don't even want to say ear, really. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Say, I remember when we used to sit in a government yard in Trenchtown, observing the hypocrites mingle with the good people we meet. Good friends we've had, oh, good friends we've lost along the way. In this great future, can't forget your past. So dry your tears, I say. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Hey, little darling, don't shed no tears. No woman, no cry. Say, I remember when we used to sit in a government yard in Trenchtown, and then Georgie would make the firelights. I said, logwood burning through the nights, and then we'd cook cornmeal porridge shall share with you. My feet is my only courage, and so I've got to push on through. But while I'm gone, everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Hey, little sister, don't shed no tears. No woman, no cry. Darling, don't shed no tears. No woman, no cry. That's a fun song. I actually tried learning it a long time ago, but I just got it down because I don't know, the lyrics were throwing me off for some reason. I'm gonna reposition the camera so it's a little lower. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see. I can put this. Here. There we go. Yeah. My laundry rack. Bob Marley, what an artist. I think, people associate Bob Marley with peace and reggae and smoking weed and Rastafari, and he was all those things, but Bob Marley was really a rebel. He was a protester, and interesting thing is he was half white too, so I relate to him on that level. Like, he was, get up, stand up, them crazy bald heads. I think that's what it's called. Fuck. Bald head, skinheads. And then it was a song about, like, crazy white people. And I Shot the Sheriff. That's a great example of anti-police sentiment. He was, and then just being, when he was younger, they put him in the suit, they cut his hair, trying to make a music career, but him and Peter Tosh and, Bunny Wailer and all the other members, and, there were other people involved in that whole hyper creativity, embracing of the self kind of, but he was unapologetically himself and smoking weed in public, big natty dreads, even that song Natty Dread, easy skanking, excuse me while I light my spliff, I got to take her, just they were fighting systemic oppression. And Peter Tosh, what a genius. I really love his solo stuff too. And it's such a shame how Peter Tosh died, and because, as badass rebels as they were, I believe they overall were just good people that wanted to help others. And unfortunately, and this is why, I try to be a good, nice person, but I also recognize how shitty people are. Because when I first came back to Korea, almost 10 years ago now. I was in this mindset when I was like 18 or 19 and just kind of mentally broken. And I kept saying things like everyone is inherently good and everyone has goodness in them, and I kept trying to like rationalize bad behavior. And we can argue morality, and morality can be kind of this, there's all kinds of theories about morality. I think it was Kierkegaard, or maybe it was Bertrand Russell. Some philosopher said that. No, it was Marx. It was Marx. Marx said that. I think it was Marx. Damn, now I'm not sure, but Marx said that morality is just a tool for the powerful to control the masses, and that's an interesting concept. And we can see the logic in that because morality is different everywhere between everyone, and it's always shifting. So, what is morality functionally? It could be seen as a way to control, to regulate behavior. But, okay, I consider myself a rational moralist. So, throw religion, throw universal truths, all that shit out the window. What we are, rationally speaking, as far as we can tell, as far as rationality and logic can be said to exist at all, we are here as feeling individuals. And by what I mean by that is everyone has optimal levels of pleasure that they're seeking to strive for. That is to say, like bodily autonomy, pleasure. Essentially, everyone is trying to maximize the amount of pleasure that they're experiencing. And the things that infringe on those pleasures usually involve physical harm or the taking away of pleasure, freedom, mobility, health, these kind of things. So we can say like, okay, I said I want to be a rational moralist. What does that mean? Well, morality in vague terms doesn't make sense to me. It makes sense to me in the sense that like we are each people occupying a shared space. If everyone lived in their own little matrix, right? Matrix style simulated reality, their own little planet, morality goes out the window. They can do whatever the fuck they want. That's why, whenever someone plays Grand Theft Auto, what do they end up doing? Blowing a shotgun shell into someone's face, punching random, just killing sprees, right? But the thing is, like, the reason why we have laws and morals and, religion and government, these are tools to, right, to what's the word? Make these things happen to, God, there's a great word for it that I just can't, to make them happen, to enforce them, I suppose. That's not the word I was looking for, but and yeah, okay, a lot of people don't grasp that, and most people don't. I don't think most people even really talk about it. I haven't really heard it. Kind of maybe in philosophy they talk about this, but the way I see, right, yeah, we can argue that those in power, blah, blah, blah. But those in power do whatever they want to an extent. Like, there's this kind of myth about an untouchable cabal, like, let's say the Illuminati or rich people being untouchable, rich and powerful people. Now, that is only, think about the most tyrannical person in power ever. Like, let's say someone like Vlad the Impaler, someone who I think was known to be a horrendous person, torturing the masses, or like someone like Genghis Khan, or hyper brutal dictators alive today. Now we can say, okay, those people have a crazy amount of power, and a lot of people do not have the power to stand up to those people, because when it comes down to it, power is dominance. It is the ability to enforce one's will above others and dominate others' will. And, we have all kinds of tools to do that. Weapons, psychological, propaganda, all these kind of tools. But it's, enough people, even the powerless masses, like if a brutal king pisses off enough of the wrong people, they lose their power. And that's the way it is. So what makes the most sense to me is optimizing every single individual's level, reaching the optimal level of pleasure for everyone. That is to say, like, in the simplest terms I can put, making a world where everyone can have whatever they want without making anyone else unhappy. Now, this sounds like the libertarian's wet dream, right? But libertarianism, as it is today, has its issues, or rather, what people say is libertarianism. But okay. In a way, it's like, okay, everyone's optimal level of pleasure. Well, that inevitably means like some people would be allowed to kill, rape, molest children because, like, let's say someone's born with this need to murder or molest children or things like that, right? Um, and unless they have this horrible thing that everyone else condemns them for, they can never be truly happy, right? Well, we can't allow that to happen because, obviously, like, allowing someone to murder other people is not good. So what, even in Timmy's libertarian utopia, right? That couldn't exist. Unless, I suppose, you created a virtual reality where no one knew they were in a virtual reality and they were allowed to do those things. Because if you had a virtual reality but they knew they were in a virtual reality, they would still have, hypothetically speaking, an urge to do these things in the real world, right? So that's just some things I've been thinking about lately. A little tangent I went on. I've been messing around, just trying to get better at guitar. And it's like, okay, right? Why do I do music? As a, I think since I was 6 until I was, I don't know, pretty recently probably, I had all these dreams of being like a rock star, and because they all look so cool to me, and it was like the sex, the drugs, and like the freedom, really. And I also love the music. Actually, like, Aerosmith was my first favorite band when I was like 13. And then I was really into the Gorillaz for most of my adolescence. And yeah, I mean, the music is the main part of it. Just, I thought it was cool. Like, I thought, I just thought it's all sounded cool. It looked cool. and then, like, Lenny Kravitz, I remember watching an interview with him. Where he was just kind of like, they compared him to Jimi Hendrix, and he looks at the camera and he goes, and I just thought, like, and this interview with him where he was talking about why he went into rock and roll, because the lifestyle appealed to him and stuff, and I just thought, looking at him coming out on stage, all his dreadlocks, long ago I was born, are you gonna go my way? Yeah, I just thought all of it was so badass, and Aerosmith and AC/DC, all that shit. I don't got my guitar plugged in because it's only like 7:30. I don't want to bother my neighbors. I mean, I look at someone like Tim Henson, right? The guy from Polyphia, and he's also a Hapa like I am. He's half Chinese, and yeah, I'm just blown away by how good he is. And we're I think the same age. He might be like a year or two younger than I am, but yeah, there is some envy there. I think when I actually practice, my vocals can be really good. Like I can do a lot with my vocals, but I'm by no means like amazing at anything I do. And yeah, I feel like I could be if I put an insane amount of work into it. Like guitar playing, if I did nothing but play guitar all day, I could probably be amazing, but I don't. Like I said at the beginning of this stream, I just kind of learned the notes recently. And honestly, I still have to like think about it. I'm like, okay. Like I've made like these charts for myself. So here's one where it's like the numbers represent like the intervals from the root of the note. So this is like the basic shape on a guitar string, or the man. How do you call it? I guess you would call it the box, right? So like, let's say making G the root, right? So root, root, root. So that chart shows like where the roots are, and then like instead of notes, because it's hard for me to learn through notes like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like it's easier to assign numbers to them. So root is 1, 2, 3, and then the notes of the scale. So that like, and I still don't really have everything down. Like I just, for some reason, guitar like the string layout is really confusing for me. And yeah, just like when when in the major shape like G, for example, right? What's the notes in it, right? And then we know that between the all the strings except for the B string, the interval is 1 to the 4th. So right next to it, right? So here's G, and then it's C. So G, A, B, C is 4, right? And I mean, we could do it with the open strings. E, A, D, G, B, E. So all of them are 4, except for B here. B between G and B. G, A, B. It's only 3. So that still throws me off, and I gotta practice more to learn the boxes, or just, but I mean, I'm getting better. Like the basic, the fretboard is divided at the 12th fret, so it's just an octave higher. And yeah, like I mean, I can play, there's the basic. This is the easiest, like starting with the second finger on the root here. But if you, instead of using the second finger, you can use the 4th and go, and then you just stretch here. And then you can shift that whole position up. And then if you use the 4th finger on the A string on the root up, right? So where was that? G. So do it here on the 10th. Yeah, 10th fret. So and those are the easiest shapes, I guess, because you don't really have to stretch much or shift. So like I've been kind of, and then you know, if you want to go minor, you just go down 2. So G, this was G, and then we go to F sharp, F sharp. No, wait, I'm tripping. Sorry, it's E. I'm looking at it, I know it. I already know that's E, but for some reason I had a brain fart and just thought it was F sharp. F sharp would be. Yeah, I don't know. Brain fart, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so you go down. F sharp. F sharp is only a half step down from G. No, you gotta go 2 down, 2 down, 2 intervals. So, um, E, F, G. So, G, F, E. 2 steps, sorry. 2 steps down. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, yeah, so we had that major shape. We're just starting on a different note. And then instead of G, we go. So that's G major, and it's the same notes, but you're starting on E instead. And it's a totally different sound. So I mean, that's the interesting thing, and we can, you know, that I don't even know all the names of the modes. So modes are like major and minor are modes of the keys in music, and it's just starting on different notes. Like we can go back to that F sharp. That would be a mode I don't I there's like Dorian, Locrian, Mixolydian, and I just think of it as the second interval mode, the third interval mode. And I guess it would be easier for me to do it on the. So right, this is G, and then we just start on the second fret instead. Like, no, sorry. It's a different sound, and then all the like pentatonic stuff is interesting. There's a couple Korean scales that I was messing with, like the Ujo scale, which I think, oh God, I can't even remember. You take out the 4th and the 6th. So how did it go again? No, was it the 3rd? You take out the 3rd and the 6th, I think. No. Mm. Anyway, if I actually learned it and remembered it, it would be a very Asian-y sound, which is fun. Fun to mess around with things. But yeah, my book is almost done. It's called Ching Chong Faggot. A very irreverent name. And it's going to be about my experiences dealing with, or my experiences that shape my perception on race and sexuality, essentially. Pretty much. You know, being an Asian passing man who is not straight. I'm just noodling, but my next album, I'm planning on just really focusing on making a song or an album that's, what's the word, with continuity. I don't know, where it all sounds the same, not the same, but I'm gonna use like this because my style has been very eclectic. I've been experimenting a lot, trying different things, but this next album I'm gonna like focus on one style, one song. Well, I'm not saying I'm not gonna blend stuff because I want to put like a little bit of hard rap, or hard rock, I mean, and rap influence, and like I want it funky and fun and like you could bop to. But yeah, pretty much using the same sounds, the same instruments instead of going all over the place. So that'll be fun, and it's gonna be very social. All right, I think I've rambled enough. I'm watching The Boys season 3. I watched a couple episodes today. Fucking great show, really. And it's not just the intense violence, which I love. Because honestly, what I hate about a lot of action and superhero shit, it's like if someone's got Superman type powers, shit's gonna get violent, you know? And I rant about this a lot with my girlfriend, that watering down violence in movies and shit, like it makes violence seem cartoony, like a joke. And her point of view is more like, but if you show those things, it could glorify it. So I don't know. She might be right, and I might be wrong because like she showed me this example of a Stephen King book. I forget what it's called, but it's about a school getting shot up, and he wrote it in like the 70s or 80s, and kids were like copying it and shit like that, like doing the shit from the book. So I don't know. I guess violence and stuff should only be reserved for people who can handle it, who aren't fucking nuts. But yeah, it's a great show. I think the whole satirical way it portrays all the shit going on now is really fascinating. How does the Sunshine of Your Love? Jack Bruce, what a fucking genius. I mean, everyone always talks about Eric Clapton, but Jack Bruce on the bass, he's just phenomenal. And that's why I think, you know, there's great musicians everywhere, but like solid ass jazz musicians are kind of the people who like, at least in a technical musicianship sense, I feel like they're the ones that kind of push music forward. I think that's how it goes. What a great riff, right? I think that's how it goes. That and Moving Out by Aerosmith. I think those are my favorite riffs. How does that one go? It's like but there's like a bend in it. Maybe it's I think that's how it goes. I don't even remember, but it's something like that. So fucking cool. We all live on the edge of town, where we all live and it's all around. People start coming down, you just a grin, say you gotta move it out, cause it's moving out. Steven Tyler, What a character. I read his memoir, actually. The only, like, music memoir type shit I've ever read. Because I idolize Steven Tyler. But watching him do interviews and reading his book, I'm like, oh, I don't think I'd get along with this dude in real life. Maybe. But, yeah. No, I don't. After reading it, I was like, I wanted to meet him less. He just seems like a bit much. And then, you know, the problematic 70s rock star shit with the underage girls. David Bowie. That's the thing, right? Like, shitty people can still make cool shit. Which is like in The Boys, how Homelander is played by Anthony Starr. And Homelander's a crazy motherfucker. And Anthony Starr also allegedly assaulted someone with a glass bottle. So. Great actor, though. Really good at acting. Gotta give him that. I'm very staticky. Anyway, I've been rambling to myself for 40 minutes, so this was something new for me to do. Anyway, peace out. How do I end this? Do I just end it? Okay.